Welcome to the Digi-Loop PC App user interface video. The Digi-Loop PC App is used to calibrate and commission a loop amplifier. In this video, we'll learn about the PC App's features and how to connect a PC to the amplifier to begin using them. Users can download the application by visiting williamsav.com and entering PC App into the search bar at the top of the page. In the search results, locate the PC App for All Loop Amplifiers document and click Download to save the compressed file to your computer. Please note that this application is designed to be used on Windows-based PCs and is not compatible with Mac OS computers or Apple iOS devices. Once installed, open the app. Connecting to the amplifier. There are two common ways to connect the amplifier, USB or Ethernet. Whether connecting via USB or Ethernet, the steps are the same except for the connection method. When connecting over Ethernet, it is recommended to first set the amplifier to dynamic IP addressing, or DHCP, using the front interface on the amplifier. Now let's set up the connection between the PC and the amplifier. Click the Settings button, which is the wrench and screwdriver icon on the top of the toolbar. Under Amp Model, use the drop-down menu to select your amplifier model. If you have a DL210, select DL210_20. Then choose your connection method, either USB or Ethernet. Then select Connect Action as Get Mixer State. The Set Mixer State should not be used, as this will send all settings from the PC app to the amplifier, overwriting the existing configuration of the amplifier. At this point, if we selected USB, we can close this window. However, if we need to set up Ethernet, we need to do a few more things. If the amplifier was set to DHCP in the earlier step, we will need to find the address the amplifier was assigned from the network. To do this, from the front of the amplifier, use a combination of rotating the selector knob to the right and clicking it inward to select. By doing this, navigate to the System Configuration, then Tech Tools, and finally Net Info to view the network address assigned to the amplifier. Now, returning to the Settings window in the PC app, leave the Telnet port as the default of 23. Then click OK to save the application settings. Now click the Amplifier Connect button, which is the top left amplifier icon, to establish the connection. If the icon turns green, the connection was successful and all the meters in the amp should pulse, indicating that current status information was pulled from the amplifier. If it turns red, the PC was unable to establish the connection. Now let's do a quick overview of the top toolbar on the PC app. The amplifier connection icon. This icon is on the very top left of the app. Once your settings are established, click this button to connect the amplifier to the PC. A green background means that it connected successfully. A red background means the connection failed. Then check your connections and your protocol and try again. Save, Open, and Presets icons. The small disk icon allows you to store the current amplifier configuration. The folder icon allows you to browse to a previously saved configuration for loading into the amplifier. The small gear icon allows you to browse to factory preset configurations for loading into the amplifier. These presets serve as a basic starting point to set up the amplifier. Please note, the amplifier will still need to be calibrated and commissioned using a field strength meter. Next is the settings icon, which is indicated by a wrench and screwdriver symbol. These settings are how you connect a PC to the amplifier for commissioning. Next is the 0 tab. This sets the input knobs and faders to infinity and can be applied to selected inputs or all of them. Note, 0 does not refer to unity gain. The Cal tab. This window is used to calibrate the amplifier. There is a built-in test tone generator with frequency and dB level adjustments for calibration and equalization. The pink noise setting overrides the selected frequency. The FX menu. The FX menu provides equalization settings that need to be adjusted after the initial calibration is performed at 1 kHz. It contains a 3-band parametric EQ, high and low pass filters, a slope EQ for metal compensation, automatic gain control presets for music and voice, and an output delay. The PRI, which stands for Priority Input Selection. Choose an input to override the current audio source. This is typically used for paging or overhead announcements. Loop test. This runs a full or open loop test by sending a signal to the loops. Reset. This restores all amplifier parameter settings to default with the exception of the IP address, so if this reset was performed remotely, the PC can still connect to the amplifier on the previously defined network connection. Zoom adjusts the mixer view to fit the window. Network information displays the amplifier's current network connection settings. You can use the Setup button here to enter static IP details, subnet, gateway, DNS, or switch to dynamic IP or DHCP if necessary. System information displays the currently loaded firmware versions for the main CPU, DSP chipsets, network driver, and bootloader. Additionally, it shows the current version of the PC app. Input-output channels and settings. These are found on the bottom of the PC app. Each channel can be renamed to your preference by double-clicking the text box at the bottom just below the fader. If a channel is set to input priority, the priority indicator will illuminate on that channel. The mic inputs feature a toggle selector for switching between line and mic input signals with the option to enable 48-volt phantom power if needed. Any inputs that are exclusively line inputs will not have a mic input option. Each channel fader controls the input level displayed on the VU meter. The input level can be adjusted manually by double-clicking and entering a numeric value. Additionally, each channel includes a mute button and an input trim gain control. At the top of each channel, the knobs function as a fader, managing the mix gain to the loop. In the top right corner of the mixer, you'll find the loop output VU meter and fader with manual output adjustments, custom output naming, a mute button, and output effects options. Directly below the loop output section are the line output settings, offering the same output options as the loop out, as well as an overload indicator. Depending upon which amplifier you're connected to, the options and displays on the bottom right of the mixer will change. If you're connected to a 2-channel amplifier, in other words the DL207 or DL210, you'll have the option of selecting from dual loop, phased array, or single loop, or speaker in the case of DL210. Please note that the speaker mode on the DL210 allows the amplifier to be run in single channel mode with a loop connected to the B output on the back of the amplifier. Depending on whether this is a single channel or dual channel amplifier, there will be 1 or 2 output VU meters on the bottom right. The amplifier status box displays the loop status, including any error messages if faults or errors occur. Clicking on the loop status window opens a pop-up that provides the status of both loops. If a loop is inactive and the amplifier is in single loop or speaker mode, it will display NA. The pop-up also includes amplifier temperature details for monitoring.